Hi, my name's Derek and I'm an advisor on Contact's free helpline for parents. This video is one of a series produced by Contact about the benefit system, and it looks at the different ways that someone might move on to universal credit. Universal credit is a benefit for people of working age, and it's replacing 6 existing benefits. These are income support, income-based job seekers allowance, income-related employment and support allowance, child tax credit, working tax credit, and housing benefit. These 6 benefits are known as the legacy benefits. If you're currently claiming one of these legacy benefits, there are 3 different ways in which you could end up claiming universal credit. Firstly, some people choose to claim universal credit because they think they might get more universal credit than they currently receive in legacy benefits. And while it's true that some people are better off on universal credit, many families are worse off. In fact, families with a disabled child are often at greater risk of being worse off than other families. Because of this, it's really important that you get detailed individual advice from a benefits advisor before volunteering to claim universal credit early, as there'll be no transitional protection to make sure you aren't left worse off. Transitional protection is only available to people who wait to claim universal credit after receiving a managed migration notice. You don't get transitional protection if you choose to claim early. And once you claim universal credit, you can't go back to your old benefits at a later date, so get advice before volunteering to claim early. The second way you might move on to universal credit is through having a change of circumstances that means you have little option but to claim. This is known as natural migration onto universal credit. Not all changes of circumstances will lead to you needing to claim universal credit. It's only a change that means a new means-tested benefit claim is needed. So for instance, if you're a couple on tax credits and you separate, your tax credit claim as a couple will end. And it's not possible to make a new claim for tax credits as a single person, so you'll need to consider claiming universal credit instead. Or, if you're a renter who gets housing benefit and you move to a different local council area, your housing benefit claim will end. And if you want help with rent in your new area, you will need to consider claiming universal credit instead. Claiming universal credit through natural migration will mean that any other legacy benefits you get will also have to stop. It's up to you whether you claim universal credit after a change of circumstances or not, but some people may feel they have little real option. Still, it's always best to get individual advice, as people who move on to universal credit through natural migration don't get transitional protection payments to make sure they're not worse off. The third way that someone can end up on universal credit is through managed migration. Managed migration is a process where the Department of Work and Pensions write to you, telling you that your current legacy benefits are ending and asking you to make a claim for universal credit within a 3-month deadline. During tax year 23-24, the only people asked to migrate were those who got tax credits but no other legacy benefits. However, during 24-25 tax year, the Department of Work and Pensions will be sending out migration notices to claimants on the other legacy benefits such as income support and housing benefit. See Contact's website at contact.org.uk for up-to-date information on the timetable for managed migration. Once you're selected for managed migration, you won't be moved over automatically. Instead, you'll need to make a claim for universal credit and will have a deadline to do this by. So long as you claim universal credit via managed migration and within certain deadlines, you will be eligible for transitional protection. Transitional protection means that if your universal credit payments are lower than your legacy benefits on the date you transfer, you can get top-up payments to make sure you aren't left worse off. It's important to remember that only those people who moved on to universal credit via managed migration are able to get a transitional protection payment. Once you've been selected for managed migration, You will receive a letter telling you this. This is known as a managed migration notice. You will know that you have a managed migration notice as the letter gives you a deadline date by which you are asked to claim universal credit. The letter will also explicitly say that it is a managed migration notice. For more information about this, watch our video on what you should do if you receive a managed migration notice. Thanks a lot for watching.